Well, here we are, 2012 Mille Miglia. Couldn't resist it again, did it last year in the Ferrari tribute. This year, Alfa kindly invited me to drive this, their 1900 SS. This delightful little 1955 car in the historic part of the Mille Miglia. Can't wait to do it. Just signed a life away again and about to put the stickers on. But already there's two very important stickers on which I'm incredibly proud of. That's the prettiest little thing, and I would say almost the perfect car to do it in. Meant to be super reliable, big wheels and tyres, can handle this no problem at all. 115 horsepower to play with this one. Such a lovely, lovely little thing, maintained by the Alfa Museum. All kicks off tomorrow, 7:30 start. But what a place, what an event. It's one of those must-do events for me. Seal going on to prove we're taking part in the event. See, this car's already got 4. So it knows the way around the course better than I do.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye. Right. Find a gear. Good idea to take the handbrake off. Well, this is the prelude to the Mille Miglia. It's when you hang out in Brescia. We've got an 8 o'clock start time. Time now, 2:30. And you just hang out in cafes and just see some of the cars here. There's always a variety of cars here, but this year I've never seen one of these. If I squeeze in here. What I think this is a Lincoln. I've never seen a car like this at the Mille Miglia, but it gives you the breadth of cars we've got here. Down here we have a little Lagonda. We've got Nuvolari's winning 1930 winning Alfa Romeo down here, the 6C, 8C Alfa here. I was following this 8C. The smoke coming out of this thing is unreal. I'm very glad that's car 17. I'm very glad I'm not car 18 and have to follow that for 1,000 miles. This is our little Alfa. Seems to be one of those really popular ones with the Italians. They really enjoy their Alfas. Yeah, Austin Healey's with the flat screen for the super dynamic look. You never do the Mille Miglia, even if you just come to Brescia, just see the start and sort of enjoy the Italian sunshine. It doesn't get much better. Oh, so many cameras.
I know, you just wonder how many images are...
Yeah. Hi. Okay.
Oh, do one for you?
The Evo.
2, 4. There you go.
See? They don't trust me. So Alfa Romeo put 2 cameras on me. They see my driving. Oh.
You're getting worse.
He doesn't know.
Nuts.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. It's what you do in the Mille Miglia now. You have a GPS, so you are tracked everywhere you go, live on the website. I'm not quite sure the address, but if you go to the Mille Miglia homepage, there's a link there. And then there's no hiding. They sent through all the speeds you've been doing, which is quite embarrassing. And sort of a couple of months after you've finished the event. Okay. We've already had a little repair on it. The battery terminal, the cable going to it was a bit loose and it wouldn't start in the car park, so we've tweaked that. And I keep telling myself it's running on 4, but it has a horrible sound of running on 3 cylinders, so I can see that this Mille Miglia might be a bit more eventful on the mechanical side than perhaps the Barchetta was, which just obviously ran smoothly. Oh yeah. I'll keep being told my door doesn't close. It's an old car. No.
Do you have to do the handle up? What about closing from the outside?
Hey, that's it. Oh, well. Oh, we're all right. We're all right on the start time. As you see, it's just going to be a bit more eventful in an older car. Right, clock's ticking. 58, 27, 30. Yeah, and we start at 19:59 with an arrival time. Final destination Ferrara tonight, 1:30 in the morning. Hope headlights work. It's 57, 58, 59. We're off. Mille Miglia 2012, here we come. See, 3 cylinders. I'm sure that's 3 cylinders.
Charles Harrison Metcalf.
Hi, Simon.
Harry.
Hi,
How
Simon.
are you?
Very good.
I didn't know you had such a long name.
No, we only meet you once a year, don't we, on this ramp? We always... Okay, good to see you. Okay.
I expect to read all about it.
Yeah, you will, and in Octave. There we go. Yes, column change, gearbox, quite a funny thing. I've also been warned that this car has no brakes at all. So it's all engine braking. Just wish it had a bit of go. It's 115 horsepower, they say. I don't think they've all woken up yet.
Turn left in the next roundabout.
That's not right. It's got to be 3 cylinders. Following this Maserati for a while, I hear the noise on it. Make sure he hasn't got any lights, and he's been bombing along doing a reasonable speed. I can't really say what, but no lights. Let's look at what time it is. Yeah, 11:30 at night. Morning, you join me on the second day of the Mille Miglia. Last night we came down from Brescia and we arrived at Ferrara. We were due to get here at 1:30. That was our target time. We were 8 minutes late, but I mean we were caning it. We had one wrong turn during the night, and it sort of cost us a few minutes. But fabulous sight. It's 8:30 in the morning. Packed. Cars, all you can hear is smell is castor oil in the air and things. And today's leg, if I can, Patricia, could I just get you to hold that? Yeah, today's leg, we're going from Ferrara here. It's a long leg. We eventually end up in Rome. San Marino is on the way, and just in this area is one of our favourite areas to drop into Termini, because we'll actually find snow. Did last year. This is our position after leg 1. We're handed this at the finish. We're trying to work out exactly what it means, because these are time sections, and one of them we were 7/100ths of a second out, which sounds pretty good to us. But we have an overall position of 64. I can't believe 64 people were better than we were. Anyway, so that's what it's all about. That's how they do the actual positions within a so-called, call it a race. The car's bearing up. I can't say it's absolutely in perfect tune, this thing, but it doesn't seem to get any worse. And you have to absolutely cane this car. It doesn't really run cleanly to about 3,500, 4,000 RPM. And you think you're flying, and you look at the speedo, you're doing about 130, 140 clicks. But the highlight for me yesterday was I could hear this vicious snarl behind us, and then below me comes straight past us was Jochen Mass in the Mercedes SLR, and you could see the side exhaust, and each gear change was this spit of flame and this wonderful smell of some very peculiar fuel in it. Magic moment. It was at night as well. It's just fantastic to see an SLR absolutely hammering past.
9:14. It's your time.
5:14.
Great, thank you.
The big clock. 52, 53, 56, 57. A bit off doing a full amount, isn't it? Okay. And off we go into the madness. Nightmare queue up into San Marino today. I've never seen it as bad as this, and it's always the hill that gets everyone. Overheating cars, you see them dropping like flies going up the hill. We've got an auxiliary fan on the radiator, so we're making maximum use of that. Well, it seems to be okay, but I can smell clutch. Another one overheated. Not surprising. He's sitting in this for half an hour. Just couldn't believe that Beetle though on the way up. There was nothing I could do to keep with him, and it's an early oval rear window, but you could see all sorts of strange mechanical alloy bits hanging out the bottom of it. So I don't know what engine's in it, but it's no standard Beetle, that one. Telltale water all down the tarmac. Real slow. I thought I hit someone. I don't know who it was it? It was just a manhole, I think. Just gonna run, isn't it, dear? Better. And it's perfect pedals for heel and towing. God, this is tight. We've got racing rubber on, Michelin racing rubber, whether they're road legal or not, I'm not quite sure. Lovely grip. There's me saying at the beginning, oh, I'm not sure if this Alfa feels right. We've been bombing along for 2 days. This is the first bit of servicing we've had to do on it. Clean the windscreen. It seems as though it sort of runs on 3 cylinders and then chimes into 4 at about 3.5, 4,000 RPM and goes fine. Just had an alert from my daughter, who can be watching it on the website, gets live feed and does his speed. It says, "Daddy, you're going too fast." So yeah, you can spy on every car in the Mille Miglia on the website, exactly where they are, what time, what speed they're doing at that moment.
This is impossible. Where's the seat belts?
I'll get the stuff. There. Well, it's not often you get given, yes, a glass of champagne. I don't think it's probably spumante, isn't it? I just imagine. I think that's better for the co-driver than the driver. Another bit when you do the Mille Miglia, when you get to Rome, is you get a police escort. Oh. Get the police on this complete scrub. You just point the camera at the front and see what's ahead of us. Yes, you have to have this £1 million car park that you have to fit in with. Oh, let's get some dash lights on. And it all went pretty well, really. We're quite amazed at the timing. That some of the checkpoints were like 400th of a second out, and yet we're only in 60th position. So we've come down from 277 overall to 214 today. So we'll see what we do tomorrow. But yeah, the mad trip through Rome is next. Still on the road. I don't think they came with hazard lights this standard. Chaos.
Mi regali un cavello, un cavello, un cavello!
Saturday morning, final day of the Mille Miglia, about 7 o'clock in the morning, got a start time 7:44. High of activity. What happens is all the cars come underground, as you see, there's loads of noise, loads of smoke. It's our little car here, just having its sort of pre-flight checks. Only thing we found, it needs some oil. Tyres fine, water fine. Pretty remarkable little car. I mean, it's been around quite a few times. It's fifth all round. Always a sad sight when you see one going home on the trailer. I've seen a couple of crashes. Jack lost a proper shaft last night. So yeah, it's attrition. It's a tough call. These are not museum pieces. All the cars here, it's a full-on 1,000-mile event. Better get to the start. 268.
La strada è quella. Io poi giro a destra.
There's a little white one I saw.
Blue one.
The landscape.
It's like an unusual place to fill it up, but you fill it up in the boot. It takes about, remarkably economical actually. It's done about 38 litres or so to do 350. I've worked it out. It's pretty good. 1,000 miles, just south of Siena. Radacophony, this road actually has starred in quite a few Evo features, but I'll give you a tour around this Alfa 1900 Super Sprint, as it's called. It's a all aluminium special bodied Alfa, made 1955 by Superleggera, which is here. If you zoom in on here, you can tell a later Superleggera body because they have the wings. Apparently they made some aircraft during the war, and they gained the wings at that point. But all aluminium. This was a real hot bit of kit in 1955. Because it was that much lighter, 1900cc engine, 115 horsepower, doesn't sound much today, but apparently it was pretty special in its day. Twin cam engine we'll have a look at in a minute. But what I can't get over, if you just come down to here, do you see the size of the wheels on this? It's 16-inch wheels with these giant tyres on it. It just means it rides like it's like going down these really bumpy roads. It's like a Range Rover. It just swallows bumps. It's unreal. Come around inside. You'll see, no, I can't believe these are sporting seats, but they're a bit like the seats you find in the doctor's waiting room, as far as I can see. To adjust the back rake, you have a little screw here, and that just adjusts the recline. They do slide in and out. I don't know if you can see down there, floor hinge pedals. Old school, but really nicely positioned for heel and toe. And of all things, which you probably can't see from there, a column mounted gear change, which does take a bit of getting used to, because setting gear is just where your knee wants to be. I can show you, come around the back, I can show you just how the aluminium body, why you don't use aluminium on cars today. Open it up, there it is, feels really light. If I put the little strap there and do that, you can sort of see it's a little bit wobbly because it's super thin aluminium gauge with not a lot of support. But that's why you don't use aluminium very often, unless it's a very special car in this day and age. Other things, if you have a look down here, that's the fuel tank. I won't open it up, but if I open that, that's the fuel tank, spare tyre, and the battery in the back. They've done all that for weight distribution. So even back in 55 they were thinking, how do they get the front rear balance correct? Right, I'll move around the front and just pop the bonnet for you. Open this up. There you go. Really sexy engine, twin cam, widespread twin cam, 4-cylinder, metal induction, and then twin downdraft carburettors. I find it amazing how many it does to the gallon. This is easy doing about 25, 26 miles a gallon, which for a 55 car isn't too bad. So there you go. That's the Alfa 1900 Super Sprint. Our fantastic car that we've been on the Mille Miglia this year. This is part of the original route of the Mille Miglia, this course. And around this bend is very famous how they painted all the names of the cars. Stopped in Bologna. Lots of chatting, not sure what's going on, lots of shrugged shoulders. But something up there, there's a group of police, and that's where it stops. That's brought the Mille Miglia to an end. See if these guys can do something. That'd take about an hour. They got rid of the sit-down protest, but the poor guy in front of us, his Aston just overheated, just went up like a geezer. It's unreal. They cleared the protest and we're away. Bike outright. We're number 2, only was 3 cars ahead of us. Game on. That protest didn't really help us. Sort of over an hour and a half behind. We're on a 5-hour leg. We didn't even start it till about 8 o'clock. First port of call was Maranello and a lap of Fiorano. It's meant to be a time trial. We just went flat out until you did it just before the barrier. But it's too dark to film. But it's a bit of a laugh to finish off the evening. But it does feel a long night ahead. We've got a whole load of stamps to do. Most of the crowds have gone now. There was always the worry that the police don't man the roundabouts anymore, so it's a proper map reading test for my wife. I'm sure she'll do fine. That's it. It's the end. 1,000 miles of Mille Miglia, just taking our time thing. So yeah, we go into the centre now for the real celebration. Oh, where does he want me to go now? But this little Alfa has been an absolute star. There's me sort of saying it's not going to be reliable and things. It's exactly the same now as it was at the start. So it's still sort of, I think it's on 3 cylinders, but it get a few revs on and it all behaves itself. So nothing wrong there. It's been absolutely great on a little event like this. It's the handling and the grip of it I couldn't get over. Up on the Futa Pass, it was, I just could take anybody on really in it. Hasn't got the power. That's the bit that really disappointed when I first got in it. 115 horsepower from 1900cc, twin cam, twin carbs. I thought it'd be way better than that, but no, it doesn't perform, but makes up for it in the chassis department. And I just love the looks. I never realised how much in love with Alfa Italians were, but god dear, take an Alfa on the Mille Miglia. Oh, you're everybody's best friend. They just love Alfas out here. So, I mean, it was an absolute delight to do the event, the Mille Miglia again. We've done it in the Ferrari Tribute, we've done it in a little Alfa, I've done it in the Jag C-Type, of 3 very different cars. Which was most enjoyable? I don't know, the C-Type was mega, but didn't actually get us to the finish because it was a full race one. The Ferrari Barchetta was just ace. I think being a convertible really helps if you do the Mille Miglia. You just feel really part of the atmosphere. But then just taking this round with no maintenance, it's been a great way to enjoy the Mille Miglia. The only thing they did was just topped up the oil in Rome, which for a car, well, it's 1955, so it's 57 years old, so yeah, it's even older than I am, which is saying something. Hasn't missed a beat, been utter joy to cane this little car around the Mille. I'd like to do it next year. Anyway, go and join the party down in town.